Hey team, welcome back to What She Said, the weekly video series that we create here at Monaco Nail Academy to try and dispel the many nail myths we hear about our industry. I'm Penny, and this week, what she said is, aren't you going to cut the cuticle? No, no, we're not going to cut the cuticle, and I don't want you to let anyone else cut the cuticle either, because what you're generally referring to as the cuticle is actually not the cuticle at all, it's the eponychium. So the eponychium is that thin rim of skin around the base of the nail between the finger skin and the moon or the lunula showing on the nail. That little rim of skin is what most people refer to as a cuticle, but like I said, it's actually the eponychium and it has a really important job to do. The eponychium is the edge of a piece of skin that is covering the matrix. The matrix is a cell system sitting under your, under the proximal nail fold, telling your nail how to grow. The eponychium is there to protect it, to stop bacteria getting into your bloodstream, affecting the nail, and even just affecting you in general. Now, true cuticle is actually a thin layer of colorless skin on the nail plate. So you might have tried before to kind of like scrape that tissue or that thin colorless layer off your nail plate, but you've probably never referred to it as cuticle in your head. That's what cuticle is. When we need to do cuticle work, we need to push the true cuticle off the nail plate so that we can adhere our products just to the nail plate itself and not to the cuticle layer, which is full of oil and bacteria and moisture, all of things that don't bode well with our products. Now, if we cut the eponychium, the thing is that it's there to protect the rest of the nail system from bacteria and damage, so it takes its job really seriously. If we cut the eponychium, it will think it's under attack and it will grow back bigger with a vengeance. So the eponychium will actually become thicker, tougher, sometimes overgrow and come further up the nail than before. Overall, it's just not going to be any prettier than it was before on a long-term basis. The best thing is to let us just gently push the true cuticle off the nail plate. We can give you cuticle oil or different treatments like masks and paraffin wax dips to help soften the eponychium so that it doesn't stick to the nail plate. But regular use of cuticle oil a couple of times a day will actually do the opposite of cutting, so it will achieve what you wanted. The eponychium will recede, but it's because instead of where when we cut the eponychium the nail thinks it's under attack, if we oil the eponychium it can relax. It can sit back and enjoy its afternoon without having to worry about being under attack, and therefore the eponychium will recede and your nail will look tidier on its own. So, will we be cutting the cuticle? Absolutely not. And if someone goes to cut the cuticle, I really want you to ask them not to. They can just gently push the true cuticle off the nail plate and leave your eponychium how it is. Now, nail techs, feel free to share this with your friends, with your clients, chuck it on your Facebook page, and then comment below and tell me the nail myths you've heard of that you would like dispelled next. I'll see you next week for another episode of What She Said.